Good morning, Jai Hind, and welcome back, children, to your English class. Children, in previous classes, we have read the story The Bell of a Tree, right? It was indeed a very wonderful story. In that story, we have learned a very good lesson that we need to be helpful to everyone, and if we personally, if we think that if we want to do something good to others, then it's not needed that we need to be rich or we need to do something extra or special. Even with our small task, even by doing small things also, we can be good to humankind as well as to all the living creatures of this world, right? So, children, we have already completed the book exercise in the of this chapter. So today it's the turn for notebook work, right? So are you all ready with your English notebooks? If yes, then we are not going to waste time, children. Today I am going to give you the notebook work of this chapter, okay? But not only one or two exercises I'm going to give. I will be giving all the notebook exercises that includes new words, word meaning, fill in the blanks, question answer, make sentence, and if true false is there, then true false, okay? We are not true false, sorry, who said to whom, right? So I am going to give you all these exercises today itself, and you are supposed to complete your work, complete your notebook exercises. I'm not expecting you to complete it today itself. Tomorrow is a holiday for you. Tomorrow you don't have a class. It's off for you. It's Wednesday, right, children? So you have today as well as tomorrow's time to complete your notebook work, right? So I am giving you the entire notebook exercises of this lesson so that you can complete in today and tomorrow's time. You have 2 days time and you will complete these notebook exercises and you will learn them, right? So let me now share the screen with you all so that you can start writing. So please be ready with your English notebook, okay? Open the English A notebook and just be ready. So first of all, open the index page and fill the index. Write down the serial number. Then you are going to write down today's date. And then you will write down the lesson number. That is lesson number 9. Okay. Let me just take my pen. Lesson number 9. And then you will write down the name of the lesson. That is the bell of a tree. The bell of a tree, right? So this is the name of the lesson, right? After filling up the index page, now open your notebook, English A notebook, and first I'm going to give you a homework, children. So please write down today's date. Open a fresh page and write down today's date. What is today's date, children? It's 2nd of February. So 2 full stop 2 and the year is 2021, right? So 2/2/21, right? So write down today's date and then write down homework, okay? And what is the homework? You are supposed to draw a picture related to the story. So what all you can draw related to the story, children? Can you just explain me? You can draw the tower, right? You can draw the tower. You can draw a bell here. Or you can draw a tower here. Right, children? You can draw even the picture of a king. You can draw the picture of the horse, or even you can draw the picture of grapevine, right? So anything related to the topic, relevant to the story, you are supposed to draw and color here, right? Now let's move to the next exercise. So the next exercise, children, I have not typed it. I am straight away giving you the notebook work which you are supposed to write it in your notebook as it is at I have written it in my notebook, okay? So though I have written it with pen, but then you are not supposed to write it with pen, children. You will write it in your notebook with pencil, okay? So first all of you write down the classwork and date, And then in the first line, you will write down lesson name and number. Lesson number 9 and the name of the lesson, that is Bell of Attree. The Bell of Attree, right? Now, after that, outside the margin, you are going to write down exercise number A, right? Exercise number A, and then write down the heading, subheading, that is new words. So first we are going to write down 10 new words. So for that you will draw a line from the middle of the page with the help of a scale, okay? If your 10 words doesn't get adjusted in one page, you can go to the next page also, children, okay? So now one by one we will start writing the words, okay? So what is the first word, children? F-A-I-R, fair. F-A-I-R, fair. Fair means here, what is the meaning of F-A-I-R, fair here? Fair, the meaning of fair is to be equal to everyone, to be justified to everyone, right? किसी के साथ inequality नहीं करना, to be fair to everyone, right? Now, second word, children, one more thing, do write it 2 times, okay? When you write 2 times, you remember it also and you learn it. Automatically, you can learn it also. When you write 2 times, the word gets feeded in your mind and it is no more becomes a new word to you. You can easily recall the word when you write it 2 times, okay? So that's why we write it 2 times. Now, second one is T-O-W-E-R, tower, right? Tower means a big pillar, a big, pillar where something, bell, or in ancient times the bell used to get hung, or even the water tanks are made out in the tower, or the lighthouse you will see are made out up in the tower, right? So this is tower, a very high building, right? Very up high, very high. Number 3, announced, A-N-N-O-U-N-C-E-D, announced. What is the third word, children? A-N-N-O-U-N-C-E-D, announced. What is the meaning of announced? Announce means कोई चीज बता देना, अनाउंस कर देना, है ना, लोगों को बताना. Like the king announced everyone about the bell of justice in the story, or like prime minister announced about the lockdown during the pandemic, right? So number 4 is unfairly, U-N-N-F-A-I-R-L-Y, fairly, unfairly. So here the first word was fair. Fair means be equal to everyone, to treat equal to everyone, and the opposite of fair is unfair. Opposite of fair is unfair, whereas this word is unfair. It's an adverb, children, okay? Unfairly, right? Means बहुत ही गलत भाव से, गलत mistreat करना, right? That is called as unfairly. Now number 5 is justice, J-U-S-T-I-C-E, justice. Justice means giving equal rights. J-U-S-T-I-C-E, justice. Doing just to someone is called as justice. उसके साथ सही करना, उसको न्याय देना, न्याय को कहते हैं justice. Number 6 is distant, D-I-S-T-A-N-T, distant. Distance means far away. Far away place is also called as distant place, right? Now number 7 is grapevine, G-R-A-P-E, grape, V-I-N-E, wine, grapevine. Grapevine means the plant of grape. Grape का जो climber, it's a climber plant, children. So that is why it is called as grapevine. Number 8 is shoots, S-H-O-O-T-S, shoots. So what is the meaning of shoots? Well, the bark of the stem of the plant or the tree are called as shoots. The thin stems, not very thin, but average stem, not very thick, they are called as, because very thick stems are called as trunk, and these are shoots means branches. Okay, shoots, you can consider them, it's equal to branches, right? Number 9 is soldier. SOLDIER, soldier. So soldier, everybody knows the meaning, I guess, means Sainik, right? The one who is there in the border, who's taking care of all the people, protecting our country from enemies, right? Now, number 10 is stable. STABLE, stable. What is the meaning of stable, children? A place where horses are kept, right? The house of a horse is called a stable, right? What is the house of a horse is called? Stable. So hope you all have written all these 10 words. Now let's see the next exercise. Exercise number B is word meaning. So you are again going to write down classwork and date and then write down exercise number B and then put a heading word meaning, right? Now the first word is justice. JUSTICE, justice. So what is the meaning of justice? To be fair to everyone. सबके साथ सही बर्ताव रखना. To be fair to everyone. Number second one is grapevine. What is the meaning of grapevine? A wine that bear grapes. Sorry, just a second, beta. I think it's not visible, so let me just rub it. A vine that bears grape. एक ऐसा पेड़ जिसमें grapes उगते हैं. So that is called as grapevine. Right? Now, third is shoots. 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 So the meaning of shoots is tiny new stem. Right? Tiny new stem are called as shoots. Distant means far away place. DISTANT. Distant means far away. Stable means, I told you, place where horses are kept. Place where horses are kept, so that is called as stable. So this is the word meaning, children. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 word meanings, okay? So after completing all these 5 word meanings, we are going to jump to the next exercise, that is exercise number C. So what is exercise number C, children? Who said these words? किसने ये कहा था इन शब्दों को? ये किन के शब्द है? किन्होंने इन शब्द को स्टोरी में कहा था? Right? So let us know about the first one. So children, first you are going to start the inverted comma. Okay? Inverted comma open, and whenever we are quoting anybody's dialogue, हम अगर किसी की बात को as it is बोलते हैं, उनकी डायलॉग उन्होंने जो बोला था एज इट इज हम कोट करते हैं. सो ऑलवेज वी कोट द डायलॉग्स इन इन्वर्टेड कॉमास. ओके, सो रिमेंबर चिल्ड्रन, व्हेनेवर यू आर राइटिंग एनीबडीज एंड कोटिंग एनीबडीज वर्ड और एनीबडीज थॉट, ऑलवेज you have to quote it with punctuation, with this mark, that is, you can call it apostrophe, though it is not an apostrophe, children. Okay, so inverted comma, it is called as inverted comma, as because you can see the comma is inverted, ulta ho gaya, so that's why it is called as inverted comma. So open the inverted comma and write it down. If anyone among my people feels that he or she has been unfairly treated, comma, let them ring this bell. And here the sentence is complete, so put a full stop, and after that inverted comma gets closed, right? Inverted comma, how to open it? See, the opening inverted comma would be like this and the closing inverted comma would be like this, right? आप जैसे C बनाते हैं तो C में ऐसे नीचे बना के ऐसे छोटा यहाँ dot, this is inverted comma open, and when you close it you make a 9 like this. Okay, okay, understood, children? So if anyone among my people feels that he or she has been unfairly treated, can ring the bell. Who said this, children? It was said by the king of, it was said by the whom? It was said by the king of a tree of that city, of the town, right? So the answer is king. Now number 2, what if someone needs help while the rope is down? क्या होगा अगर किसी को मदद की जरूरत है जब तक रोप नहीं है लगा हुआ बेल में? So this was said by the people of a tree, right? People of a tree, they all were gossiping that what happens if somebody needs help? right? So there is no rope there. Now, third one is you are of no use to me. Who said this? You are of no use to me. This was said by the soldier, right? An old soldier who had a horse, right? So the soldier said to his horse that you are of no use to me, right? As because the horse got old and lame, so the soldier said that you are of no use to me. Number 4. Whose horse is this? Who said this? Whose horse is this? Who asked this question? The judges asked this question. Isn't so, children? The judges asked that whose horse is this, right? So this is the exercise 6. See who said these words. After completing who said these words, next exercise is exercise number D, that is fill in the blanks. Okay, fill in the blanks. So now number 1, the king wanted to be dashed to everyone. Okay, let me just take some other colors so that you can make out the difference. The king wanted to be dashed to everyone. So the king wanted to be, what would be the word here in the place of a blank? The king wanted to be fair to everyone. Right. Number 2, the bell of dash hung in its place for many years. So the bell of dash hung in its place for many years. Which bell of dash hung at its place for many years? Justice, right? Justice, justice. 3. Two men cut a long dash. Two men cut a long what? Grapevine, right? Grapevine. They cut a long grapevine and they tied it to the bell, right? Grape, grape, vine, vine, right? Number 4. The old horse grew dash and weak. The old horse grew thin and weak, right? Thin, thin. Dubla ho gaya. Number 5. The soldier owned a dash. What did the soldier own? The soldier owned, what did the soldier own, children? The soldier owned a horse. Horse, horse, right? So, these are the fill in the blanks that you are supposed to do while doing exercise number D. Now, we are going to move further with exercise number E, that is write true or false. Number 1, the king of a tree was unfair to everyone. Who said, is this true or false, children? This is false statement because he was fair to everyone, right? Now, number 2, green shoots and leaves grow on the grapevine rope. So, what do you feel? The green shoots and leaves, did they grow all over on the grapevine rope? Yes, it grew everywhere. So, this statement is absolutely true. Number 3, the soldier took a good care of the horse. Did the soldier take good care of the horse? No, this statement is false statement. It did not took good, the soldier did not took good care of horse. That's why this horse had to move away out on the street and it got thin and weak, right? Number 4, people of a tree were proud that everyone gets justice in their town. What do you feel? The statement is true? Yes, it's true. They felt that everybody here, they get justice in this town, right? Now, next one is exercise F. Answer the following questions. Question 1. Where did the king hang the bell? The king hung the bell in a tower. Where did the king hang the bell hang the bell? The king hung the bell in a tower, right? So children, do not get misled that this is a mistake. No, it's not a mistake. The past form of hang is hung. Okay, what is the past tense of hang? The past tense of hang is hung, right? The king hung the bell in a tower. Number 2, why did the king hang the bell? What is the answer, children? The king hung the bell because he wanted to be fair to everyone. As because the king wanted to be fair to everyone, so he hung the bell so that if anybody needs any help, he or she can ring the bell and can get help, right? Now, question number 3 is, why did the horse try to eat the new rope? Now, tell me, why did the horse try to eat the new rope? New rope क्यों खाना चाहता था horse? The horse had nothing to eat for many days. So, it started eating the green shoots and leaves on the grapevine. So the horse actually, he was starving for many days. His master has left him on the street and he had nothing to eat. So when the horse came across the grapevine, it saw the green shoots and leaves in that grapevine and it started eating, right? Now question 4 is, what did the judges order the soldier to do? What did the judges order the soldier to do? The judges ordered the soldier to keep the horse in a warm stable and feed him the best hay. So the judges ordered the soldier that he has to keep the horse in a warm stable and he has to feed the horse the best hay, right? Now the last exercise is make sentence. So you have to make first a sentence with the word justice. I just told you the meaning of justice, to be fair to everyone. So can you make a sentence with justice? See, I have made a sentence like the king gave justice to the poor man by punishing the wrongdoers. Okay, by punishing the wrongdoers. So this is do, D. Okay, the king gave justice to the poor man by punishing the wrongdoers. King ने justice दिया poor man को गलत लोगों को पनिश करके. एंड एनीथिंग एल्स, जस्टिस से और कोई सेंटेंस बना सकते हैं? Our constitution gives justice to everyone, right? uh, uh, we should be just to everyone. Justice delayed is justice denied. आपने ये thought बहुत सुना होगा, slogan आपने सुना होगा, right? So number 2 is reached. The second word is reached. Reached means पहुंचना, पहुंचा था. The past form of reach is reached. Okay, so reached means पहुंचना. Like the sentence is, I reached to the event before time. मैं event पे समय से पहले पहुंच गया. So you can make any sentence with the word reached. I reached to my school before time, or I reached at any place before time, right? Now third one is fresh, F-R-E-S-H, fresh. So what sentence can you make with the word fresh? Like you can write down, I eat fresh fruits every day. We should eat fresh fruits, right? Or you can write, we should eat fresh fruits and vegetable every day, right? I love to eat fresh oranges, fresh guavas, anything, right? Fresh food are good for our health, right? Number 4, cruel. Cruel means nirdayi. So make a sentence with cruel, like King Kansa was a cruel king, right? King Kansa was a cruel king, right? Or anyone, anything you can write, like about about Ravan. Ravan was a cruel man or was a cruel king, right? So these words you have to try to make sentence on your own. Not necessary that you have to write down the same sentence, children. Try to make your own sentence. Okay, this will help you out to understand the use of these words better, right? So children, now I expect that you are supposed to complete these exercises, though I know that in one day you will not be able to complete it. That's why I am giving this all the notebook exercises on Tuesday, so that you have off on Wednesday. You have 2 days time. You can complete the notebook work and learn them, right children? One very important thing I want to share you with all children, that soon you will be getting your final exam date sheet. Okay, so soon your exams are approaching, children. Make sure that you start preparing for your final exams, for your annual exams, because if you don't start preparing right now, all of a sudden you will get a burden, then आपको एक साथ सारा पढ़ना पड़ेगा. So it's better that start preparing from now onwards. Okay, so we are going to meet again on Thursday, next class. Till then, take care of yourself and please complete your work. Okay, take care. Bye.